Dan, your friendly fishmonger here at dansfish.com. We do this live stream every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 9 Eastern, in case you are mountain challenged. Thanks for coming by and spending a little bit of your Wednesday evening with us. Tonight, we are going to give our shipping report. Actually, can't wait to tell you about the shipping report. It's a really good one. We have an amazing fish to give away to you. One that is the crown jewel in a lot of bowhead collections. It's a really nice one. We have a lot of new fish being listed as we speak on the website. Some is stuff that is not been around for a while. Some's really hard to get. So I'm excited to talk to you about that stuff. And then we're going to talk about fish. Get your questions and comments and all that stuff. Just geek out on this whole lifestyle, which is fish keeping, because that's what it is. It's a lifestyle. I mean, it's a hobby. You know, we all have our own weird obsessions, I guess. If you don't have a weird obsession in life, what do you live for? That's my question. And my weird obsession happens to be freshwater aquarium fish. I don't know why. I just know it is, and it's been that way for more than 30 years. I can't shake it. I've got the MTS bad, man. I've got it bad. All right, so we're going to start with our shipping report, and I'm thrilled to say last time we spoke, we were at 98.97% success. As of today, our success rate is 99%. That's our goal, and we have achieved it. We want to have 99% success. What's success mean? Well, it means that the fish have arrived alive and healthy as reported by our customers. That's what we think is success. So 99% of the fish that we have sent over the last 12 months rolling have arrived alive and in good health as reported by our customers. That's fantastic, especially considering the last few months have been the coldest part of winter. There's been really bad weather. There's been all kinds of things going on, but we're doing better than ever. Like, this is, as far as shipping success, getting fish to our customers alive and in good shape, this is the best start to a year we've ever had. So we've taken what we've learned over the years, we're applying it now, and it's working. We're doing great. I'm really proud of that number, especially for this time of year, you know, on the tail end of winter. Although we're going to get dumped on with snow pretty bad tomorrow. It's going to be a big storm. So winter's not quite done, but you know what I mean. The worst of it, that the really cold, the really, you know, those ice storms and all that, hopefully is done or getting close to done. But anyway, I'm really proud of that, 99%. And the other thing that's awesome is we've hired some great people. We have awesome people working here. They care about the mission. They all want to, the focus is this good for the fish and is this good for the customer? And we put that at forefront, and I think those results speak for themselves. I would put 99% up against any company out there that deals with live fish, including pet stores you can go in and pick out your own fish. So I think we're doing pretty well. So I'm really happy. Good day. I also want to talk about something else that is new, excuse me, new on our website. This cough might happen occasionally as I'm talking. Hopefully less so, because I went to the doctor the other day and I was like, dude, I've got to get this cough done because I'm traveling this weekend. So this weekend I'm going to the Aquatic Club of Pasco County in Florida to speak. I'm going to be speaking there about how to ship fish. And I went to the doctor and I was like, I've got to travel this weekend and I've got this lingering cough. Is there any way to fix it? And she's like, I got you. And she gave me some meds to kind of, I'm not contagious. There's nothing happening. It's like a dry, unproductive cough. She's like, yeah, it's just irritated. So she gave me some medicine to help with that. And it's better today, I think, than it was up until now. So hopefully it's getting better. Anyway, let me whip my whistle because I've got a cough. Something very exciting that has happened on the website. We are making a lot of changes, building a lot of functionality to help us run this business better. And the latest functionality is now, let me show this to you. As this little announcement says at dansfish.com, you can now choose your own shipping date after placing an order. So if you place an order, the next thing you'll go to is choose your shipping date, and there'll be a list of dates that we ship, and you can select one of those dates and decide when you want your fish. So I think that's pretty cool. So you don't have to wait for us to send you a date. Does this work? And be like, oh, actually I work that day. How about this? Or any of that. You can be like, oh, these are the dates I can have. I'm going to pick that one. And I think that'll make the whole process a lot smoother. There's other things that are coming down the pike as well that aren't quite ready to announce. But Random Arms, aka Jonathan, my brother and business partner, has been software engineering like a madman to try to make some functionality to make the website easier for everybody to use. Let's put it that way. And on the back end, we're building lots of functionality. Right now, we manage a lot of our business with Google Spreadsheets and some other things. We have other programs as well. And we have some reporting and analytics and stuff on our website, but a lot of what we do is done with Sheets. And now we're building the back end where we can have everything in one place and pull reports as needed and really track things more clearly. Because like, for example, when I go to order fish, what I do is I look at the wish list. I'm like, what fish do people want? Okay, that's item number one. And then I look at the sales analytics. I'm like, what fish are selling? Because that's another thing people want, right? Okay, I want to keep fish in stock that are selling, and I want to bring fish in that people want and try to keep them in stock. Okay, so I know that. So I take those two data points, then I go through all the lists, and I try to pull out the fish that people want and that people want to buy. Okay, got that. But now I've got to make sure I'm buying from the right supplier. Maybe there's 5 suppliers that sell those. And so now I've got to go through all the health data sheets and be like, okay, did we diagnose a disease from this fish? Oh, we did. Which supplier did it come from? Okay, so fish from that supplier probably have this disease. Did any fish have trouble? Like, did fish die from this supplier? Oh, this fish dies from this supplier, but not from this other supplier. Okay, I'm going to get it from there, right? So there's like, I don't know, 4 to 6 different, it might be more. There's a lot of different data points I try to take in consideration when I do anything in my company, because we're trying to do this humanely, right? We're trying to make sure that we're getting fish from suppliers that treat the fish humanely, and that that are going to get us healthy fish so you can get healthy fish. And so it's just, as you can imagine, managing all that on spreadsheets and stuff gets a little difficult. So right now it's a mix of our own back-end analytics and some spreadsheets. We're trying to get everything onto the back-end analytics, and it's a massive project, and I'm really grateful to Jonathan for taking it on. So anyway, that's where we're at right now on that project. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. All right, let's see here. Hey, thanks, Geek Boy, throwing down a nice super chat of $20 to send Johnny to the Clash. Can't wait to hear Johnny talk at the Clash. Yeah, Johnny likes to talk fish, so you'll be hearing him talk. Craig's Catfish Cave has joined the Fishmonger crew and been a member for 7 whole months. Craig, thank you for your continued support. We very, very much appreciate you and all the other members of the channel that help us out. Okay, now that we've talked about the shipping report, and I've got distracted with a couple other things, let's get back to the agenda for tonight. First off, there's 223 people here. That's not too bad for this little channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you know someone else who might enjoy some fishy conversation, would you reach out to them? Let them know that, hey, there's this guy live on YouTube. He's kind of weird, but he's talking fish, so it might be worth your while. You know, let people know. That would be awesome. Let's get to the giveaway. This is a really special one. Oh, before I do that, I've got to change something here. Going to try to remember to change up mods in a little bit. Hang on, I've got to do something. Okay, sorry about this. I was all geared up for the Rainbowfish giveaway, but I need to do the mods first. So I am overdue for that. My intent with moderators for this channel is to have folks that are members of the channel have the opportunity to be moderators and to have them moderate for a few months, 2-3 months, something like that, and then to switch them out. So everyone gets a chance to mod that wants to, and so that no one gets burned out. Now there's a couple OG mods that have been with us forever that will be able to continue to be mods, but then there's this other contingent. It's like the, I don't know, it's like the Supreme Court, right? You're a judge for life, and then you've got the Senate and the President and the House of Representatives that changes frequently. So it's kind of like that. We have some mods that are just have been with us for years and years. And by the way, we love you, we appreciate you, thank you. And then there's other folks we want to give a chance to mod and rotate through. So that's kind of our strategy. So anyway, okay, I built that. Back to the giveaway. So here we are. This is Melanotaenia affinis, and it's not just affinis. This is affinis from Pagwi. This is a very special rainbow fish. This is an absolute stunner. In my opinion, the most beautiful of the affinis species, the most beautiful location of all the Melanotaenia affinis. And it's as hardy and easy as any other Melanotaenia species, Bosemani or any of the other ones that we're familiar with. But it's unique in its color. It's not a massive fish. It's going to top out around, I'm going to say 4 inches would be a big one. And what's really special about this fish is this. So here's some pictures of some Melanotaenia affinis, right? Some are from Pagwi, some aren't. And let's go to ANGFA here. So let's show you some different locations. Oh, I haven't been sharing? Jeez, great. Let's show you some different locations of Melanotaenia affinis. How long was I not sharing for? Hopefully that was just for a second. So here is the one from Lei. I would say handsome fish, nice blues on it. Here is the one from Dansari, and look at this habitat. This is the Dansari, Kali Dansari. So Dansari Creek, Kali kind of means creek in Papua New Guinea. Really pristine, like look at that, that's beautiful habitat. Then here's the one from Blue Hole, and then here's the one from Pagwi. What it has that the others lack is, just take a look at these real quick. Nice handsome fish, handsome fish, handsome fish, but these have these beautiful red laser stripes up the body, which really set them apart. They fire up so beautifully. They're absolutely stunning. They come from the tributaries of the Sepik River system in Papua. So this here is the Sepik River system. It's a very long main river. They don't come from that so much as they do the little tributaries that feed into it. Is more what their habitat is going to be. And just to give you an idea of what that kind of looks like, it's this rainforest habitat. It reminds me a lot of like the Amazon or something like this. I mean, this looks like the Pantanal. If I can, oh, come on. Oh man, I really want to see, there it is. Trying to make it big, but it's not quite working. There, you get, like this looks, if you saw this from overhead, you'd think that was like the Orinoco River or something. Really neat habitat. And where that is, this is also something that makes this rainbow fish special. It's here. So here is Papua over on the west side here. And here's Papua New Guinea. See this split right here? people are going and collecting fish from this part, the western side, the left-hand side here. Still able to do that. And I'm really lucky because there's a gentleman I know that goes and collects these and knows a lot of collectors and is able to get a lot of these fish and breed them and sell them to me. So that's pretty cool. But when Gary Lang and Johannes Graf and those gentlemen go collecting, it's over on this side. And the reason is because this side, the right-hand side or eastern side, it's completely unsafe. There's a lot of war going on. There's a lot of instability, a lot of violence. It's horrible. And so any fish on the right-hand side of this line here are not very available. They're hard to get to and probably are not going to be gotten to anymore. Here's another look at the Sepik River here on this side. And then here's Pagwi, the little village, the town where they were collected, right here. So anyway, that's what makes this fish so amazing. Not only is it one of the most beautiful, I think, of all the affinis species, all the affinis locations, but it's not one we're likely to be able to collect again, at least not anytime in the near future. I think originally it was collected in like 1982. And I don't know if there's been collections recently at all. I don't think anyone is braving that side of the island. So that's why these are so cool. So I will give you the keyword for those to enter the giveaway a little later on. Chat, there's some glitch between Google and, I don't know, there's some glitch on the chat where occasionally it crashes while I'm live streaming. Every time it does that, any entries are deleted, so we have to enter again to win the giveaway, and I want to avoid that. So I'll just start the giveaway when we're actually ready to do it, so that people don't have to enter and then enter again and then enter again. You know, that's pretty annoying. Let me see my stream health here. Stream is healthy. Then why am I buffering? Have not dropped any frames, so I guess we're still okay. All right. I am going to do a giveaway before that, though. And the giveaway I want to do is to find some new moderators. So Kaler's Reptiles and Aquatics and Chevy Fish and stuff, you're the OGs, right? Don't switch out. But the folks that were assigned only a few months ago as moderators were told at that time that their tenure as a moderator would be limited because we wanted to rotate through the moderators and let everybody have a chance. So we're going to do that now. What I'm going to do is go ahead and do a drawing. This is only for people who are members of the channel. And if you wouldn't mind being a mod, we'll see how this goes. Maybe no one will want to be a mod. Then we'll have to figure out what to do. But hashtag mod me, hashtag MODME. If you enter that in the giveaway, I'll know that you don't mind being a moderator. And then after we've collected some entries from some folks that want to be moderators, then we will draw a few more and let the people that are currently modding have a rest, is the plan. So hashtag mod me, hashtag MODME, caps don't matter, no spaces, and we'll get back to that in a little while. In the meantime, Kaler's Reptiles and Aquatics has been a member for 29 months. Rolling, 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 keep them doggies rolling. Oh, I know, I've heard that song. Sorry about that. Turn that off. Spaghetti Western of some kind, right? I don't remember for sure. I don't remember. Hang on, I'm going to turn my ringer off because I did not realize folks would be getting through. Oh, we're going to be listing some albino Manakapuru angelfish soon. And Johnny's asking me right now, he's like, how many are available? So let me walk over here real quick. I'm going to count them and I'll let Johnny know. So let's see if I can take you along. It's that tank. Oh, it's backwards on camera. So weird. It's that tank right there. So just give me 1 second so I can tell Johnny so we can list those for sale. Okay. Looks like there are 27 in that tank. Okay. There you go, Johnny. Okay, so next thing I want to do before we get to your questions and comments is I want to go over some awesome stuff that we're listing right now at dancefish.com. Finally, the wait is over. We have some more Everglades pygmy sunfish, Ellisoma evergladei. A beautiful little fish. This is me with the camera trying to get a good picture, and I'm horrible. So don't judge this fish by this picture. Judge it by these pictures. It just gets these stunning blue, sparkling, iridescent highlights on it. It reminds me of Astrolabius nigripinus. This is a South American annual killifish around like Uruguay and Argentina. And it also reminds me of Affinis mento, which is this gorgeous fish, which is a killifish from over, where is it exactly? Is it North Africa or Eastern Europe? I can't remember exactly where it is in the world. But it's interesting to me that all these little fish that come from such different areas look so similar. They found something that works independent of each other. So it must be good to have that body shape and that kind of color formation. So so that's a neat little fish that we have not had forever, but our breeder is finally producing some more. So now we have some. Some more Aphiosemion gabuens, an absolutely stunning killifish. Reminds me a little bit of striatum, if instead of distinct stripes, it just had rows of fairly evenly spaced dots across the body. Here's another picture. And then here's me with my camera trying to get a good picture and a little video where you can see what they look like in real life instead of in a professional photograph. Another killifish, Aphiosemion bivitatum from Funge. You've probably heard me talk about this. This is my favorite of all the Chromaphiosymians, which all have these really elegant dorsal fins and lyre tail extensions on the fins. A really stunning fish. This is a female. Here's a male, not in flare, but you can still see his colors. And if you compare this to my logo here, my logo is a silhouette, a stylized silhouette of this picture that I took like, I don't know, 15 years ago. One of my favorite pictures ever. So anyway, this is one of my top 3 to 5 killifish of all time, always. More killifish, gold lyre-tail killies, Aphiosemion australi. This fish is probably responsible for getting more people into the American Killifish Association than any other fish because it is beautiful, it's hardy, it's fairly peaceful, and it's easy to breed and raise. So a lot of people cut their teeth on this one. Some more long fin Paleotis, and these are the good quality ones from Europe. Also from Europe, unless I'm mistaken, are the long fin snow white bushy nose. Yeah, I'm pretty darn sure. We brought those in from the breeder in Europe as well as these, the snow white bushy nose. I've kind of hesitated to bring in the long fin plecos for quite a while because I worry about the fins during shipping. But these are young enough that the fins aren't super extended. And we've sold a few batches of long fin bushy nose, and they did well for everybody. So I think my fears were not valid. Some more long fin white cloud mountain minnows. Take a white cloud, which is already a beautiful, awesome fish that's been a favorite for since what, the 1920s, something like that, 1940s, something silly, and add nice long fins to it. Some panda angelfish. These are gorgeous. Nice bright white with the black blotches on them, the panda markings on them. Some red shoulder McMasteri. They were bred and raised right here in the United States, which is pretty freaking awesome. Double red cockatoides. These are the good ones from Europe. I need to get another picture. This is an okay picture, I guess, but yeah. There's hundreds of fish and one of me, so, and I'm not a great photographer. More of the Inca 50 Apistos. And finally, after a long wait, finally some more Apistogramma agassizii, the fire reds. These are the really nice ones out of Europe. Some Corridors trilineatus. It's taken me forever to find a good source for these. This is they're common, I know, but it's hard to find ones that are really stable and tough and have been treated properly in the supply chain. But we finally found a place that has been doing well for a few orders in a row. So we're hopeful that that we can carry these and have them in stock always, because it's an awesome fish. It's always in demand. It's very popular. It's just been hard for me to find the right source. Albino threadfin acaras. If you don't know what this fish looks like in a tank, go to TM Aquatics on YouTube. TM, the letters, Aquatics. He has some videos where he shows these. He bought them from us when they were fairly small, and then they grew up, and so you can kind of see what they're going to turn into. Right now they kind of look like this or this, depending on their size. So not a lot of color yet, but they do turn into these absolutely stunning fish. And again, finally, after quite a long wait, some more pea puffers from West Java, we think. So we noticed when these came in that they looked, we got these from a different supplier than our regular pea puffers. And when they came in, we were looking at them and we're like, those just look different than the other pea puffers. They've got this iridescence on them that the others are lacking, different pattern. And so we reached out and said, asked the supplier, could you tell us the location of these? Because they look different than the other pea puffers. We want to let our customers know where they came from. And they told us they collected them in West Java. Is that true? I don't know. Sorry about the cough, guys. Let me get a drink. Are they in fact the same species as the pea puffer? We don't know for sure. That's why they're Carinotetraodon CF Travancoricus. The CF means kind of. But what we know is they're different. This batch is perfect. It's been hardy. It's been wonderful. It's good size. I think you're going to like it. Some more Betta Embellus, and these are the best Betta Embellus we've ever got. Hands down. They're stunning. I hope to be able to get a video for you, but they'll probably sell out before I can. Some more Betta Mahakiensis, which is another very stunning Betta. Then here, we have some pink watermelon tetras. I need to get a picture of the current batch. I'm in the bag, they were actually pink. I'm told that they will be the pink variety, but in our tanks right now, they don't look super pink. And so what I know is they're the watermelon tetra, hopefully a nice pink variety. More diamond tetras. This is a stunning, good, old-fashioned standard fish that's been around forever and is great in aquariums. Gets decent size, has a deep body, so you can keep the diamond tetra in with like angelfish and some others once the diamond tetra grows up a bit. And they get this really, with age, they get this very extended finnage on them, which is really, really pretty. And of course, these are juveniles, just so you know, without the color yet or anything. The ones we're selling now are big enough, they're getting a little color. But the signature, and why they're called the diamond tetra, is these bright diamond flecks, these iridescent sparkles across the body. At one point, we thought this was extinct in the wild, but they eventually found a little spring, or maybe it was like was it like an artesian well or something, close to their big habitat, and there were a few in there. I can't remember the story exactly, but at one point they were extinct, and then they found this tiny little population in the wild. So they're still out there kind of in the wild. Just a few more of the greenleaf algae-eating shrimp, the best algae-eating shrimp we've found in our independent testing. We have a video on that. What's the best algae eater? We have a video on that on our channel here if you want to see. We pitted those against the mono shrimp and Florida flagfish, and the greenleaf algae-eating shrimp won. Also some cherry shrimp that we bred and raised right here in our facility. A few more L14 sunshine plecos, aka the Goldie pleco, and these guys are big by now. We've had them for a little while. They put on a lot of size. This says 2 inches. I would say like 2 to 4 inches, depending on the one we get. They're pretty beefy at this point. An unsung hero, Limia vittata, banded Cuban limia. Really beautiful little fish. I love limias. The hobby doesn't agree with me. Like the industry doesn't agree with me. They're hardy, they're beautiful, they're personable. They're as easy to breed as any common light bearer like a platy or something like that. But you never see them available. And so we've got a breeding group available. And these we had to bring in from Europe. So they're pretty pricey. What I would like to do is find a hobbyist that can buy the breeding group and breed a bunch, and then I can buy a couple hundred from you, and we can sell them for something like 15 to 20 bucks a piece retail, because I think that's a sustainable retail price. When they're 169 for 6, there's only, most people are going to be turned off by that. There's not a big market for that fish at that price. They're worth it, but you're just not going to sell many. Some more copper sailfin mollies. Bloody Mary Hillstream loaches, absolutely stunning loach. One of the first ones I ever saw that had the nice red on it. Some wild type bettas. More of the albino redhead geophagus, redhead topos, the geophagus pyrocephalus is what it's called. A few more wild bettas. Just a few more gastromizon stellatus, a neat little Hillstream loach. We're getting low, but we do have a few more keyhole cichlids. They're selling much better than I thought they would at that price. I haven't been able to get them for a long, long time. This used to be a fish that was everywhere, super popular. And then for about 10 years, they've been a little difficult to find, and especially a little bit difficult to find handled humanely on the supply chain, let's say. And so we had to bring these in from Germany, from Aquarium Glasser. This is what they'll look like as adults. Here's what they'll look like now. And I took this picture right after I turned the lights on, and so they've got their sleeping colors on still. Some more virus-free pearl gouramis certified by the Washington Animal Disease Diagnostic Laboratory, the state laboratory in Washington. Okay, they can't certify. They examined them and found no evidence of iridovirus, megalocytine virus, or mycobacterium. So finally, after years and trying many suppliers, we found a strain that comes in without iridovirus. Some glow light tetras. And then I've got to show you, if I can, give me a moment here, a few other things. Okay. We also have some Corridors Adolphi. There's all kinds of debate between Adolphi and the closely related Corridors duplicarius. In fact, some people think they're the same species. You're supposed to be able to tell by looking at serrations on the pectoral fins which species is which. I've tried. I can't see anything different. But these came from Aquarium Glasser in Germany. So if anyone's going to have the true Adolphi, it's going to be them. So we're pretty confident this is the true Adolphi. And I'm not expert enough to know the species status of duplicarius. So just wanted to show you guys that one. That one's pretty cool. And then I think that's good enough. There's some more stuff, but that's probably a good enough trip through what's new at the website. Johnny will keep posting, and I might show you some more stuff later. In fact, In fact, I will. There's some cool stuff. So these are the albino Melanotaenia angelfish. I took the picture. It's obviously overexposed, but it's Melanotaenia that's albino. This is one that I know a ton of people have been waiting for. We don't have many. This is what we could get. There's only, again, there's one breeder I know of that supplies these out of Europe. And it's the only place I know of to get them reliably. They just don't have many. But we have a few pairs of the Piscogramma agassizii Blue Flame. And they've been doing awesome for us. They're eating. They have decent body weight. I think they're going to do well for you. This is a fish that's a little tricky, but I think these ones are really, really good. Some green smoke angelfish. Varying degrees of striping on these. Some have more striping, some have less, but they've got that kind of greenish color to them. Some more of the yellow-headed panda angelfish. People have been asking for these for quite a while, so we were able to get some more in. Really pretty neat little angelfish. And then my favorite of the wild type angelfish, the Melanotaenia redback. Absolutely stunning. The ones that we're selling are 1.5 inches, something like that. So they don't have this beautiful red coloration yet, but you can see it starting on a few of them. And when they become adults, they'll have it, and it's worth the wait. It's it's amazing that a wild type angelfish has that much color. They're great. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this drawing to pick a few new moderators. So the first one will be Dan Duffy. Dan Duffy, I'm going to mod you. Let me write this down, and then I'll look through all this and add you guys a little later. Duffy. Right on. Thanks, Dan, for being willing to mod. We appreciate it. Next one is Geek Boy. Hey, Charles. And John the Stir Fry Guy. All right. I think that's probably good. If we need to add someone a little later, we will. But for now, we'll call that good. Okay, I'm going to build a new giveaway for when we do the rainbow fish here in a minute. Make sure everyone can join this one. Okay. And I will share the winning hashtag with you, the hashtag to enter in a little while here. Hey, there's 317 people here. That's pretty awesome. 318. That's the first time in forever that I've said that number and it hasn't immediately gone down. Thanks for being here, everybody. Please share this out with, I don't know, anyone you think might like this stream. If you can't think of anyone that would like this stream, let's make it interesting. Invite all your ex-lovers. Let's get it popping in here. All right, so let's see if I happen to see, okay, there's Geek Boy. So Geek Boy, I will add you as a moderator. All right, Geek Boy, you're now a moderator. Congrats. Let's see if we see John the Stir Fry Guy and Dan Duffy. Would you guys put something in the chat here? Dan Duffy and John the Stir Fry Guy, so I can find you easily. And then I can add you without, you know, it taking forever for me to find you and having bad television. Now, I saw Hoon Aquatics in here earlier. I think Hoon Aquatics has the Melanotaenia affinis from Pagwi that we're giving away today. So would you mind, Hoon, sharing your thoughts on those? I think they're absolutely stunning. I think they're one of the coolest ever. And also, if you don't mind, Hoon Aquatics, if you have a picture of those that's better than the one that we have, and I'm sure you do, if you wouldn't mind sharing it with us, that would be awesome. If you wouldn't mind us using that picture, we'd appreciate it. I mean, no expectation, no pressure or anything. You've been more than generous with us and with pictures in the past. So, you know, don't feel any pressure, but if you don't mind, it would be helpful. Okay, I just added Dan Duffy, and now I'm looking for John the Stir Fry Guy. John the Stir Fry Guy, there you are. Okay, awesome, which means it's time to say goodbye to Fluffy Cow. Thank you for your service. Kalish, thank you for your service. Jody P, thank you for your service. W Robo, thank you for your service. Monster Fish Gal, same to you. And Chevy Fish and Kalish, we're keeping around for a little while. Kalish, oh yeah, Kalish I already got. Let's see, is there anyone else I'm missing? I don't think so. If someone else pops up as I go down, then I'll get to that. All right, so now we've changed the guard with the moderators. Thank you to the new moderators. Thank you to the outgoing moderators, and appreciate everyone for being willing to mod. Okay, let's get to questions and comments. So if you have a question or comment for me, please leave it in the chat. If you put the @DansFish, type @DansFish, it'll pop up and turn bright orange for me so I can see Hoon Aquatics' response to my query, for example, that says, excuse me, of course, I'd love to share some. You've been incredibly gracious to use my photography. Oh, geez. I think you've been gracious to share it with me. So I guess we're both happy. That's awesome. Okay. Whew, this cough. It's going to be interesting speaking at the Aquatic Club of Pasco County in Florida this weekend with this cough. The meds are supposed to, like, reset. Basically, the doctor said, well, your cough sensors are confused. They got stressed when you were actually sick, and now they're confused. And so she gave me some meds to kind of reset them. So hopefully they'll be reset before I go and give that talk. I really don't want to be coughing on the airplane because I know that'll concern everybody at the airport. And it's no fun to be coughing through presentation. But no matter what happens, I'll be there and I'll do it. I'm not contagious. I've been examined and all that and determined that I'm not going to get anyone else sick. So it's safe for me to go. If you're around Pasco, Florida, I'll be there speaking this Saturday. And I'd love to meet you. Please come on by. I love going out in the world and meeting other fish nerds because I live in nowhere, Wyoming, and there's just not a lot of opportunity to talk to other fish nerds. There's a few diehard fish nerds in town, and we're really good friends and stuff, but they already know what I'm going to say. I already know what they're going to say. You know, we can finish each other's sentences. So I like getting out there and meeting other folks. Jeez. Okay. Getting the mute button ready there. So if I have to cough again, hopefully I can mute it. Okay. Let me scroll up and get your questions and comments. Okay. Oh, wait. Killers, Reptiles, and Aquatics. Dan, I'd like to add a gift certificate giveaway tonight if that's agreeable to your agenda. Absolutely, Bob. Would you send me a text real quick, Bob, and let me know how much you were thinking? And then we'll do that. Thank you. Thanks for making it exciting. So we're going to give away not only an amazing rainbow fish, but also apparently a gift certificate. That sounds great. Thank you so much, Bob. That's awesome. Eric Y. Rock, send Johnny to the Clash. Thanks for your support. Johnny's going to have such a great time there. I'm so glad he gets to go and you all get to meet him. And then Denise has gifted 5 DanceFish memberships. And I think I even said Denise's name right the first time I said it the last few weeks in a row. I'm on a roll here. Thanks, Denise. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving away those memberships. And congrats to anyone that received a membership. That's pretty cool. Mr. WWBB, my solo electric blue car looks so good with the Itinjo and the CW10s. Oh yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a stunning tank. Get that bright electric blue in there with the orange and black on those Itinjo. Yeah. And of course the Cories are awesome. That sounds fantastic to me. You have good taste. Only wee! You look like One Punch Man tonight. Do I? Okay, now I gotta Google One Punch Man. What is One Punch Man? Oh, yeah, the anime character. Yeah, I mean, the bald head helps. I guess now I really look like One Punch Man. Yeah. Maybe I am. Maybe I am in real life. Thanks for everything you do, says W Robo. Right back at you. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for being an active part of this community. Seville Steve, are the Campina killifish or the Ibasai killifish difficult to keep and or breed? Ibasai, I assume you're talking about a lampi, because I know a lampi from there. Killifish. Without scientific names, it's a little hard for me to know, but okay, it looks like, yeah. Looks like you're talking about Procatopus Nototaenia from Ibasa, this guy. I've had these in the past. They were easy to keep. They were easy to breed. I think those are simple. And then the other one you're asking about is Campina. What's the one from Campina? Chromaphisium volcanum is an easy fish to breed and raise. It's a good beginner's fish. It's beautiful. If that's the one you're talking about, if you can give me scientific names, then I can know for sure that I'm giving you the right information. But if it's either of those two fish, yes, easy to keep and breed and awesome. One day I'm going to do more Procatopus. One of my favorite killifish ever. Just an amazing lampi. They're a crevice spawner. So they spawn in crevices. They'll spawn in mops, but you kind of want to make the mops nice and tight. Like put a rubber band down every inch or so on the mop. So the yarn, instead of just coming out like a plant, is tight together like a crevice, and they'll inject their eggs in there. But the best luck I've ever had was I had a filter in the tank that had these little slits in it that they loved, and they would lay all their eggs in that, and I just take the filter out and exchange it, and got a ton of eggs that way. So they'll spawn where you don't expect it sometimes. In fact, let's look at some Procatopus. These are really, really beautiful. There's all different kinds of them from all different locations. This is the one from Ibasa. This is Similis, nice electric, or I don't know, iridescent blue with orange and yellow on it. Here's Nototaenia, another beautiful one. Another location of Similis. They get, I don't know, about that big, maybe a couple inches. Peaceful kind of surface dwelling fish. This, unlike most killifish, very different than most killifish. Green Shield, are the Royal Acara Rio Nene extremely beautiful this time, and are they hardy? I've been looking for them. Yeah, they're a fantastic fish. The picture that we have, let me show you this. I mean, this is a picture I took here of them in our tanks from a previous batch, but it's the same fish from the same supplier. And yeah, they're absolutely stunning. I think they're great. I think this picture is accurate. So if you like the pictures, you're probably going to like the fish. And they're quite hardy, yes. The only time we've had trouble with the yellow acaras and the royal acaras, those types, is if something happens in the supply chain. But the fish themselves, yeah, they're tough fish. Lumi! I'm hearing a lot of people saying the snow white longfin plecos do not live long. Do you have any thoughts or intel on this? Yeah, that hasn't been our experience with the snow whites. So there's a breeder that I don't know if he wants me to name him, so I won't, but a very well-known famous fish breeder, and been respected, been in the hobby forever, served as a leader in some of the big aquatic organizations. has been working on breeding the snow white plecos. And I went and saw his operation, and we were talking, and he said, yeah, he was having an issue with them that when they hit puberty, when their endocrine system kicked in, he would start to have losses. And so he was working his way through that. That was his strain. I don't think all strains have that. And we've sold a lot of the snow whites. By now, we sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And I haven't had any reports from customers that the ones we're selling have that problem. So there are some strains that have that problem. I don't know that ours is. In fact, let's find out right now. Is anyone here bought snow white plecos from us and not had them get to maturity? Like as soon as they hit puberty, they just all died at once, started, it's not at once, but have you had that problem, or have you been able to grow them out and have them be hardy? Another reason I don't think that ours are doing that is we've had some here. At one point we had some that got big enough that pretty darn sure they could have bred, and they were doing just fine. So I think that it depends on the strain. But we'll find out as we scroll down, see what people say. And a banana. Can I keep the giveaway rainbows with cardinal tetras? Yes, if the cardinal tetras are like full grown, not if they're itty bitty. Often they come in really small. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend in Pasco. Hey, Julian's Fish Shed, right back at you. I cannot wait. If I cough, don't worry, I'm not contagious, I swear. How are the Amazon puffers doing? I want to get some, just setting up a new tank for them. They're fantastic. Like, if they weren't across the warehouse, I'd like turn the camera and show you. They're fat and sassy. Like, they're awesome. Only you're coming here to Pascal this weekend? I have a cough too. Awesome. Let's be cough buddies. Yeah, I'll be there this weekend. And I can't wait to meet you. Come on down. And the clubs put in a lot of work and spent a lot of money to get me out there, and it would be awesome if you tell your friends and we get a good turnout so it's worth their while. Now, I'm not charging the club. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying it's expensive to fly from Sheridan, Wyoming to Florida. And then you got your housing and stuff on top of that. And you have all the work and volunteer effort to arrange everything and make everything tick. Like, the people that run the clubs are heroes. They're not paid. They're doing this because they like fish and they want to support other fish keepers. Often they hear complaints all day long. People often just gripe and whine, and instead of helping, just get butt hurt because things aren't done the way they want to do. When these other people are volunteering and like trying to make the club work for the love of it, like, they're not getting paid or anything. So treat your club leaders nice, even if you disagree with them. They're doing their best. They're just trying to help other fish keepers out and spread the love. That's what they're trying to do. And when there's an event, let's support them. Let's go. Why are they doing all that work if there's not good turnouts? It's like that's not motivating. That doesn't make someone want to keep doing volunteer work and serving people if it's like, well, no one seems to appreciate what we're doing. So I hope we get a really good turnout, because I want everyone that's putting all this effort into making this happen to feel like it was worth it, to feel good about their work. Okay. Scrolling a little further, chat jumped a bit, so I had to scroll back up to find where we were at. And here we are. Nope, almost. Now here we are. Renzo-eyed. Where should I buy fish tanks from the best quality? For the best quality, you should have them custom made. There's a few companies out there that make custom aquariums, and that's where I would do it. If you're getting a mass-produced aquarium, you're not getting quality. You're getting something that hopefully holds water and doesn't leak. And I say that because when I bought, I don't know, we have 497 aquariums, I think, in the Dan's Fish Aquarium fish warehouse right now. And I don't know, 6 of those or so leaked. brand new right out of the box. So it does happen. But yeah, I would go with a custom-made aquarium. Hey, got to the mute button on time. That's awesome. JR, I have a Fuval Flex 15 with endlers, shrimp, and snails. Looking for a peaceful betta species or killifish that will coexist well. Any recommendations? Are there any other fish you would suggest? It's a 15, endlers, shrimp, and snails. See here, so killifish love to eat baby shrimp. So do bettas. I think your best bet might be like some clown killifish, because they'll stay at the top more, while the shrimp will tend to stay at the bottom. And if you have dense plants and rocks and stuff like that, the shrimp will probably find crevices and stuff where the little babies can hide, and you'll still get some production. Now, if you're not trying to breed the shrimp, then clown killies will be just fine with adult Neocaridina and Caridina type shrimp. But if you're trying to breed your shrimp, the babies will get picked off. That's the trouble. Even like a little betta cochina is going to pick off baby shrimp. So I don't know. I guess the question is, are you trying to breed them or not? Not Stefan, aka Stephen P 2003 Aquatics. Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Stephen. Much appreciated. Jose Reyes. I want to start breeding fish like cories, apistos, etc. Do you think I could accomplish this with a bunch of 10 gallons? Of course. Or should I consider other sizes? Yes, you can do it in 10 gallons. And it's a good place to start. 10 gallons are cheap, easily available, but they're only 10 gallons. And so it depends on if you want to raise large quantities or not. The trick with raising fish is to feed them a ton while keeping the water very clean. And that's a challenge because the more you feed, the more waste they produce, so the dirtier the water gets. So in a 10-gallon tank, you're gonna have to change a lot of water to raise a decent number of babies. But if you only want to raise, I don't know, let's see here, what species? Cories? I don't know, you could raise 20 cories in a 10-gallon tank with good maintenance without going too hard. Probably the same with pistos. Like you could get those up to 10 to 20 of these fish up to about an inch size or a little bigger in that size tank. Yeah, you could do it. Now, it would be easier in like a 40 breeder or a 60 breeder or something like that, just because you can feed more and the water won't get as nasty as quickly. So that's really what you're looking at there. But yes, many of us, myself included, have started our fish breeding journey with 10-gallon tanks. And I bred all kinds of fish in 10-gallon tanks, including cichlids, catfish, killies, live bears, bettas, all kinds of stuff. So it can definitely be done. In fact, I have a plan where I think it would be cool to set up a rack of 10-gallon tanks just for breeding for profit and show people, here's what it costs and here's what came out of it. And here's how many I could raise. And not do it with like my fancy flow-through system that I have here in the warehouse, but do it with like, you know, tanks that aren't auto water changed and I have to change with a siphon and all that, just like someone starting out would do. I think that would be a cool thing to do. So that's in the back of my mind. I can't do it yet. There's some other more pressing things, but I'm getting close. That's something that I really want to do. Alex Champ, hello. What are the best tank mates for dwarf chain loaches? Anything that's peaceful and of appropriate size. Dwarf chain loaches are awesome. They're not like a lot of the other botiids where they really annoy other fish. I think that you can keep them with almost anything that's appropriately sized and has the right temperament. Okay, let's see if Bob texted me with what he wants to do on the giveaway here. $100. That's not bad. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, let's do it, Bob. So we'll do the Rainbowfish giveaway. And then we'll also do a $100 gift certificate giveaway, thanks to the generous, the OG, the Cod Father, the Kaler's Reptiles and Aquatics. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Thank you so much, Bob. Let's do it. So not only are we going to give away some awesome rainbow fish, but also $100 worth of fish, $100 gift card to Dan's Fish. Okay, TJ. If there's any folks that can heal throat vocal cords fast, it's theater folk. Yeah, we've got some tricks. And my wife's a singer, so yeah, we know some folks and some strategies. Fish hunter. Dun, 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 dun. How many of the pygmy sunfish can live in a 5-gallon, and what do you feed them? So pygmy sunfish in a 5-gallon, I think you can get 10 in there, especially if it's well planted without any problem. And we feed live and frozen foods. We have not found that they do very well on dry prepared foods. They like them live and frozen. So a lot of frozen live baby brine shrimp, and then smaller frozen bloodworms are kind of the main things we feed. We'll also put them in tanks with scuds, and they can hunt down baby scuds and stuff like that. If you have access to Daphnia, that would be awesome. They'll eat micro worms, banana worms, Walter worms, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so it says in the description here, these guys are going to need frozen and or live foods like bloodworms and baby brine shrimp. Some will pick at prepared foods, so they probably can be weaned onto them, but it's going to take forever, and I can't say if I've ever been entirely successful doing it. I wonder if the Aquarium Co-op's new magic small fish feed, if they would eat that. We've been able to get some fish that are really notorious for not eating well on dry foods to eat those. If you haven't checked out the Aquarium Co-op's foods, you should. They've got these amazing, let me show you this. I don't have a can with me, but I can go to their website. I don't think they'll care. Not if I'm talking about their stuff. Okay, fish food. This is the coolest fish food I've seen in years. I absolutely love it. It is tiny, and it stays buoyant, neutrally buoyant in the water column. So it stays floating around in the water column, not sticking to the surface, not sunk to the bottom, but literally in the water for a long period of time. And there's tons of fish that want to eat there. Chili rasboras, celestial pearl danios, all kinds of small little fish that don't want to go too close to the top because a bird will swoop down and eat them, and don't want to go too close to the bottom because the dragonfly larva will eat them. They kind of want to be kind of mid-water, and they don't want to get too far either way. And this food is awesome for them. It's also great for filter feeders like bamboo shrimp. I've just found it to be a game changer. And I think our toothpick fish were feeding on it. We've only been able to get them to eat baby brine shrimp and frozen bloodworms before. But I think, if I remember right, I think they were eating on this as well. Next time I bring in freshwater pipefish, I'm going to try them with this too. If they'll eat this, that'll just make it so much easier. This is an awesome food. And they've got quite a few foods. They've got this little community floating pellet here. And some freeze-dried foods. So something to check out, and especially that magic small fish feed. That is absolutely amazing from what I've experienced. I couldn't believe some of the fish that would eat it, because they're fish that I've just never been able to get to eat dry prepared foods before. My guppy female's passing white string and had a white flake on her skin. I'm using General Cure, AQ salt, is that aquarium salt, and methylene blue dips. What else can I do? She has just passed a solid poop. Oh, good. Okay, here's where we talk about fish diarrhea. So what white stringy poop is on a fish is the equivalent to us when we have diarrhea. What that actually is on a fish is an empty fecal casing. It's a good dinner conversation. Next time you're out on a first date, work in the words empty fecal casing. It will guarantee a second date. So what that tells us is that the fish has diarrhea. It doesn't tell us why. Fish can get diarrhea for all the same reasons we can. Stress, we ate something that doesn't agree with us. We have a bacterial infection, we have a viral infection, we have a parasite. We can, it's a symptom. And so I don't know what you need to do exactly, because without working a fish like that up in a lab or something, we won't know what the cause is. We'll just know the symptom. I'd say you're on a good path with the general cure. So that's praziquantel and metronidazole. If that doesn't work, maybe trying some flucosol, which is a brand name for a flubendazole product. That might work. It's just hard to know, because all it tells me for sure is that the fish has an upset stomach, right? It has diarrhea. That's all I know. I don't know why. Okay, let's do this. Let's give away these awesome rainbow fish. Looks like some folks have guessed the hashtag. Did I accidentally share it? Anyway, if you want to win some Melanotaenia affinis from Pagwi, put hashtag rainbow in the chat, hashtag RAINBOW. No spaces, capitalization doesn't matter. And you'll be entered to win. And in a little while here, we'll draw those. This is an absolutely stunning, beautiful, highly desirable. Oh, how cool is it, by the way, that we're the first ones to pop up when you search them on Google. That's pretty cool. But an amazing rainbow fish. For a lot of rainbow fish keepers, this is like the crown jewel of their collection. These are that cool, that sought after. And after that, we'll do the other giveaway for the $100 gift certificate generously provided by Bob. Thanks again, Bob. I've discovered so many Chinese fish keepers on Red Note lately. There are so many cool native Chinese fish that I never see in the U.S. So many different hillstream loaches and bitterlings. Yes, absolutely. Let me bring your attention to one. We are working with a supplier to bring stuff in from China. We've done one kind of smallish test order, and we plan to do some more. Let me show you this. This is one we got in from China recently. This is the Demon Eye Hillstream Loach, Euromyzon compactus. And it's called that because it has these beautiful row of red dots down the body. And from what I believe Alex from Fishery is the one that told me this, that they're called that because the native population, the native folks that live in the habitat where this loach is collected, call it that because these remind them of demon eyes, right? These red eyes lining the fish. Anyway, it's absolutely stunning, not just because it has those red demon eyes down the body, but also it's got this really nice stripe pattern, and then the face has this intricate lace pattern on it, which is really, really pretty. So yeah, you're right. There's a lot of amazing hillstream loaches out there. We're working to start bringing more of those in. And I honestly think that hillstream loaches are gonna hit the hobby by storm, just like the L number plecos did back in the day. There's so many amazing ones that you've never seen, like beautiful purples, bright yellows, iridescent greens, absolutely stunning hillstream loaches. So only we're working on it. We've brought a few in, and we'll be bringing some more in. And for Endo, my panda angelfish decided to breed yesterday. However, they decided to breed in my heater. Yeah, that happens. Any tips on if and how to remove the fish, or should I leave them in the tank? You want to take the fish out? I mean, I would just net them out. But I think what you want to do, if the eggs are still there, is take the eggs out so you can artificially incubate them. The eggs need to be taken care of. So the parents are going to fan the eggs. And what that does is it keeps fresh water moving over them, which means fresh oxygen is getting to the eggs. Eggs take a ton of oxygen. It takes a lot of energy for the eggs to develop into little babies. and that energy relies on oxygen. So the parents are going to do that, and it also cleans the eggs and keeps them from getting bacteria on them and stuff like that. At least, somewhat. It keeps them cleaner. And then if something does succumb to bacteria or fungus, then the parents will pick that one out, so hopefully it doesn't spread to the rest. So if the parents aren't there to do that, then you've got to do that. And the way I do that, do I have a video of this? I think I might have a video on breeding platinum angelfish. Check out the channel. I think I do, from years ago. But basically, I take the eggs out and I put them in a little egg tumbler that's meant for like African cichlid incubation. And I just put barely enough airflow on that there's a little water moving around the eggs. The eggs are just moving very slightly. And I use a little methylene blue, and you can hatch angelfish all day long that way. Something else angelfish breeders will do is they'll use a piece of slate often or tile that the angelfish will breed on. They'll take that out. They'll put it in a gallon jar. They'll put an air stone a couple inches above it, bubbling, so fresh water is constantly being circulated around the eggs, and they'll put a little methylene blue or some other additive, the additive of their choice, in there and incubate them that way. But the eggs do need to be tended to. Okay, let's see. We have 206 folks who want to win one of the most stunning rainbow fish ever. And the winner is Catherine Kennedy. Catherine, congratulations. You have won Melanotaenia affinis from Pagwi, an absolutely stunning rainbow fish. You have 2 minutes. Oh, jeez, my cough. You have 2 minutes to chime in and let us know you're here. Just leave any comment in the chat at all. We'll do it. Do that within 10 minutes and you win. Take longer than 2 minutes and you forfeit your winnings, and we will draw somebody else. Now, after that's done, we'll do the $100 drawing for a gift certificate, generously donated by Kaler's Reptiles and Aquatics. There's 281 people here. That's awesome. For a Wednesday night, that's like great. Thanks for being here despite the cough, everybody. I noticed you're out of electric blue, Cara. Is that as... Jeez. Almost muted in time. Is that a species you'd be interested in from a hobbyist? I have 120 of them. Yeah. At this time, we're, I think, in the market for those. If you would email us, hello@dansfish.com. That's HELLO @dansfish.com. Well, there's that. Then we will make arrangements to get those from you. Okay. Chat did that thing. Oh man, that means I don't know if I'll be able to see if the winner of the rainbow fish chimed in on time. Oh, you did. Woo! Thank goodness. All right, Catherine Kennedy, you have won some awesome rainbow fish. Please send us an email to hello@dansfish.com. That's HELLO @dansfish.com. And we need your first name, your last name, and your mailing address. And then we will arrange a date to send those fish to you. Well, that's very interesting. Look at this. So every other time chat has crashed, it's also crashed the chat in here, which has crashed all the entries for the giveaway. This time it didn't. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's good, I guess. Now we're going to get set up for the next giveaway, which is a $100 gift certificate to dansfish.com. And let me set that up here. Everyone can enter. Anti-spam is on, so that means don't enter a whole bunch of times. Just enter once. If you enter a bunch of times, you'll be excluded from the drawing. Okay, I've built it, but I'm not going to share what it is for just a little while. Hey, there's Mitchell Broom. Mitchell Broom, thanks so much for your service as a moderator. I'm going to switch you out now with the new moderators that we drew earlier today. But Mitchell, thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, let's see here. Scrolling up. When breeding cories, says JJ Aquatic, what would what would your food rotation be after they are about 3/4 of an inch in size? I would probably put in large pellets like extreme massivore, some kind of algae wafer that's good quality, and then I would also put in probably frozen brine shrimp and frozen bloodworms, and I'd rotate those. I might also put in a small pellet of some kind, a small sinking pellet, but what I really like about large pellets when raising fish is you can put a big water stable pellet in the tank and you can go to work. And there are certain pellets like the Extreme Massivore pellet, Hikari Massivore Delight and Extreme Monster pellet, and a lot of the algae wafers. They will stay water stable for hours. So you can go to work and come home for lunch or come home after work even, and those pellets will still be intact enough that if the fish have not eaten all that food, you can just scoop out what's left. It makes it really easy. It's just a way for the little baby fish to have food all day long to keep their growth up while you're gone and to clean up easily. So I like that, but I do think it's helpful as well to rotate in live and frozen foods into that diet. Okay, Way of the Sasquatch. In your opinion, which is the more docile, Apistoagazii or McMasteri? I think they're about even. Yeah, I think they're even from what I've observed. Fishy Jake TV. Any chance to find Gastromyzon? What's that? What'd you say? Catabaciensis? I don't think I've seen that in any collections. Well, let me see. I mean, I can check the lists. Not right now, but I can check the list. What is this fish of which you speak? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Wow. Yeah, I mean, when I said there's some bright, awesome colored hillstream loaches out there, this is one I was talking about. Like, look at these things. Let's see, where is this one from? Let's see here. Wikipedia, I could do FishBase, but FishBase takes forever to load. So let's see if Wikipedia tells us. Not really. Okay, FishBase it is. Okay, we'll come back in a bit because FishBase will take quite a while. Dan Brown, you will be at the Findig. Woohoo! Yeah, I'll be at the Findig from the Sacramento Aquarium Society event in early May, right? First weekend of May, something like that. I can't wait. Sacramento, I grew up in that area. I used to go to the Sacramento Aquarium Society meetings when I was a kid in the Pizza Hut or Round Table Pizza, I can't remember, in the pizza place. And Jim Forche and Agnes Forche used to drive me over, and we would hang out. And I bought a lot of killifish at auctions in that old pizza place. So, yeah, and I remember one of the highlights, I went to one of the first, I don't know if it was called the Findig at that time, but we had a barbecue over at Pam Chin's house, and I got to see their big old fish house, and that blew my mind as a kid. That was just the highlight of my teenage years. So I can't wait to go back and be one of the featured speakers. That's kind of cool how that comes full circle. This is typical of FishBase. So let's try again. Sometimes it just takes a time or two. Yeah, that site is useful, but it needs to be updated. Wendy Sidetracked, at the risk of being nosy, have you tried salt flushes? When I've been sick, nosy. I get it. I always get a chronic cough caused by my sinuses. I use Neomed, works well. Yeah, actually we have some of that in the house. I haven't tried it this time around. At the risk of being nosy, that's a good one. Took me a minute, but I finally got it. Okay, FishBase is not loading again. Let's try the other link to FishBase. There's two. While that's loading, we'll get to the next one. Will Rainbowfish be a good matchup for Electric Blue Cara? Absolutely. Denison Barb, yes, and Severum. Yeah, I think that sounds great. That sounds like an awesome setup to me. Yeah, that is going to be a beautiful aquarium. Absolutely. And it's 120 gallon. Oh, such a cool size tank. You can do so much in that. Dan Brown, yeah, May 3rd and 4th is the Findig in Sacramento. So if you're in the area, if you're in Northern California, or even Central, maybe even Southern California. Ross, John, I'm looking at you. Yeah, come on up. I'd love to see you there. How does one go about collecting rice fish, rainbowfish eggs in a well-planted tank? I don't know. I've always bred them in bear tanks with mops because I want them to lay in the mops so I can get the eggs. I've been meaning to breed them to expand the school, but I can't seem to take them out without stressing. So it might work to put a mop in there. If you put a spawning mop in the tank, they might lay eggs in that as well as the plants. So I would try that. First, I would just put a mop in there. Maybe they use it. If they do, yay. If not, you're going to have to take the plants out if you want to collect eggs. Or, it doesn't sound like you'd want to do this if moving the plants stresses them. But you could also move the adults out and let the babies hatch in the main tank. Okay, here we go. We finally got it. Are these guys China? No, these are from Malaysia. I mean, I'll keep an eye out for them for sure. That's a beautiful Hillstream loach. I mean, that's stunning. Tengri! How does one go? Oh, already got that one. Sorry. Let's scroll up here and find the next one. There it is. Lumi, have you put YouTube in one browser and Nightbot in a different one? No, but I've run the live stream without Nightbot at all, and it still crashed. Just to test if Nightbot was the cause. It was not. Lunar Atom, couldn't resist snagging a pair of those blue Flamapistos. They are, yep, the prettiest Agassizi. Gotta be. Any favorite tank mates for them, or would they be better by themselves? No, I think what I would get for them is the hobbyist bred Celestial Pearl Danios. Those are beautiful, came in clean as a whistle. I think there's very little chance of any disease coming out of those. And I think they'd have the right temperament to go with the blue flames and help them out a little bit. Yeah. I think those are the ones I would go with. Yeah. Okay. Let's check real quick and just see if there's any other goodies here. No. Okay. So there are, how many of these? There's only, okay, yeah, I knew this would happen. There's only 2 pairs left of the blue Flamapistogramma agassizii. That is one of the most popular fish, one of the most requested fish ever, highest on our wish list. And it's so hard for us to get them in any kind of quantity. So I knew they'd go fast. Congrats to anyone who got some. That's awesome. They're stunning. Fishy Jake TV, let's see here. Think that Gastromyzon species is from Borneo since it was described at yeah, it looks like, you could be right. FishBase says Malaysia, who knows? Maybe it's both. Javier Taino, are you any closer to bringing in more discus? No, not at all. I haven't made any progress towards that. I mean, I want to do that, and I think I probably will, but it's not like the foreseeable future. I've got a ways before I do that. Gills to Gardens. Other than rice fish, what are some others good for a 20-gallon bucket-style pond? I've got my first one today, and I don't have a clue what to do. Okay, let me help you. So, these are the gold white cloud mountain minnows. They are very hardy. They can take cold temperatures, and they're an amazing kind of patio pond type fish. And since they're bright gold, you can see them easily. The other ones will do fine. The normals and the long fins will do fine. But if you look, let me find that picture. There you go. If you look, the top of this fish is dark colored. Most fish are like that because in the wild, you don't want a bird to be above you and see you and come down and eat you. So the dorsal surface of most fish is pretty dark because they want to blend in, which is great for survival, but not great for observation. So if these are out in a dark colored patio pond, you're not going to see them very much. But these you will. These are bright gold. And so they're a light color and they'll pop in the pond. So I think that's a really, really nice one. There's also lots of types of guppies that have really iridescent surfaces to them. See if I can point you to some real quick. They're not as temperature tolerant, but okay, the easiest way to do this is to go to the library section and click guppies. There we go. So these gold guppies, do you see this bright iridescence on the top? That's really easy to see in a pond. The same with, there's a few, something like this. We just ran out of these, but these have a nice bright neon, dorsal surface as well. So that's what I point you to, something with a bright neon dorsal surface. I don't think I have any now, but albino paradise fish are another option. Because again, they're light and bright enough color that you'll see them. So that's what I would encourage you to do. Find something, and also paradise fish are very tolerant to different temperatures. They can take it cold, they can take it warm. At least that species, not all of them, but that species can. So that's what I'd steer you to, something that can take the temperatures that you're thinking of keeping them in your pond and is bright looking from the top. Otherwise, you'll have all these beautiful fish in there that you'll never, ever see. All right. So, looks like some folks have guessed this giveaway too. Bob Kaler is donating a $100 gift certificate for tonight that we're going to give away. Thank you so much, Kaler Reptiles and Aquatics. And if you would like to be entered in to win that, put hashtag #ThanksBob in the chat. Hashtag THANKSBOB. Caps don't matter, no spaces. And you'll be entered to win that. Right now, there's 69 folks in there that already guessed what the hashtag is. You know me too well. I'm going to have to get a little craftier with my hashtags. I used to be really crafty with the hashtags. And then the moderators were like, Dan, everyone's spelling this wrong. No one knows how to enter that correctly. And it was a disaster. So, hi, Brandon. How do you still have virus-free gouramis left? Well, we brought more in. We brought some more in from that same breeder. That's how we have more. We brought more. So, yeah. I don't plan on running out of that fish. So that's one I want to keep in stock all the time. So as long as that breeder, now I probably will run out though, because they don't have them available that often. But as long as they have them and people are still buying them, I plan to keep those in stock because, man, having gouramis that don't have a ridovirus is quite an accomplishment, and it's going to be so awesome for all the customers. So, do you ever bring in Gymnogeophagus? Yeah, occasionally. I can show you some that we've had in the past. I like them a lot. They're not everyone's cup of tea, and they don't tend to sell very well for us. But we have had Caguensis in before. We've had Balzani in before. We've had some other ones, but the market didn't prove out, so it's not one we'll bring in that often. Fields to Gardens, should you have also said that can handle Swift SFWL temps? I don't know what Swiffle temps are. It'll probably be inside a screen patio. Oh yeah, I assumed that when you said you were going to keep them outdoors. That's what most people do. Keep them out on a patio or something like that. Cool videos from a cool guy. I honestly have seen brighter gold ones, but cool strain. Well, good for you. That's so funny. Yeah, I've seen better. We say, any chance you'll bring back the perfect pond guppy this year? Maybe. If I can find them again. I've also seen platinum guppies. Yeah. Platinum guppies are beautiful. Will Florida flagfish actively hunt and eat baby fish? Yeah, most fish will, including Florida flagfish. Yes, indeed. Most fish will eat any other fish that is small enough to fit in its mouth, even if it's a quote-unquote peaceful species. Only we. Have you ever known anyone who has one of those $2,000 plus aquariums from Wayfair? No, I don't. I don't know that. All right, let's see how. There we go. Folks have entered. All right, we've got 244 folks entered to win. Jeez. To win this giveaway. Nick it hard water propagation. I like that. And the winner is for a $100 gift certificate. Emily Wang. Emily, congratulations. You have won a $100 gift certificate courtesy of Kaler's Reptiles and Aquatics. You have 2 minutes to chime in and claim your winnings. And then we'll be able to shut this live stream down. How about that? Okay. Come on in, Emily. Come on in. Gilson Garden. Sorry, phone changes some. Yeah. Southwest Florida. Oh, okay. That's the location. I appreciate the help. Yeah. I mean, you can keep lots of stuff out there. It's pretty warm, right? Year round, I would think. Okay. There's Emily. Wow. Thanks, Bob. All right, Emily. Congratulations. Thank you for participating. Thanks, Bob, for the generosity. Emily, would you email us? We need your email so that we can transfer the gift certificate that Bob's going to buy to you. So we need to know where to send that. So just send us your email and we'll take care of that. All right, that takes care of the stream for the night. I want to thank the moderators. Oh, cool videos from a cool guy. Sorry for judging your stock. No, don't even worry about it. It's fine. It just struck me as funny. And yeah. I mean, also you're looking at pictures of the stock. So how accurate is it? It's like, I'm not a great photographer. And so I wouldn't say that my pictures always reflect the actual good looks of the fish. No, cool videos. I was just giving you a hard time. Don't even worry about it. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, let's shut this down. Thanks to the moderators for moderating. Congratulations to the new moderators. And thank you again to the outgoing moderators. Thank you for your service. And we'll rotate again in a few months, get a new crop in. Thanks to everyone who's a member of the channel and anyone that gave away memberships. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Special thanks to Kaler's Reptiles and Aquatics for donating $100 for a gift certificate. That's great, Bob. Thanks for the continued support all these years. I appreciate you. And let's see here. Thanks to everyone that gave us super chats. I've got more thanks. What are they? Oh yeah, thanks for everyone that participated in the chat and kept it lively, as well as anyone that didn't. If you're a lurker, we still love you. Hail the Lurker Nation. If you're watching the replay, hello from the past. And if you're listening to the podcast, thanks for listening. And thanks for being patient while it took me forever to get these live streams loaded onto the podcast. I'm really bad at that. Anywho, I'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. I'll be able to tell you all about the trip to Florida. And see you then. Bye-bye.